I'm on a whole nother level. Girl, he only fucked you over cause you let him. Girl, I guess he didn't know any better. Girl, that man didn't show any ever.
My name's Darky, and today we are going to be prestiging Megan Thomas. So let's see. Increase your prestige. Your blood web prestige level has no following effects. Reset the blah blah blah. Yeah. Okay, guys, Haddonfield. I like this map a lot. I'm going to play some Horror Story in the background, since, you know, horror game, Horror Story. I feel like that'll fit pretty well.
I'm a male. It was my freshman year of college, and around the springtime. I enjoyed working out, and after a busy day, it was time to hit the campus gym. Now, to give you a visual of how the campus fitness center is pictured, the main center area has several treadmills, some hamstring sets, and small televisions. This area also has windows for people outside of the gym to peer into as well. And to the right of the treadmill area includes the weight and bench press section, and to the left is the entrance to the gym. Anyways, I was doing my nightly routine.
Without, like, spine chill.
The gym was very empty after I was finished. I decided that it was time to head back to my dorm. Now, this is when things started getting creepy. As I left the gym and was going up the steps, I noticed someone across campus. He seemed suspicious, and I heard him say from a distance, "What's up?" This was a bearded, rugged-looking male, and he had a hood over his head. I said, "What's up?" back at the man as well. At first, I didn't think much else.
Dang it.
Maybe he wanted to be friendly. I began to walk across the grass to my dorm. However, the man then started heading my way, with his eyes completely locked onto mine. I became unnerved and went back into the fitness center rapidly. Now, fortunately, there is always a fitness worker near the entrance of the gym who sits at a desk and has people sign in before they work out. At the moment, I did not tell him about what had just happened because I felt I was possibly being paranoid. What if this guy just wanted to chat? However, during the time, though, I peered outside the window of the treadmill area and saw shoes pacing back and forth. I started to panic.
He's being
suspected this
chased.
was the same guy as before. After this happened, I then decided to stick around and watch TV in the treadmill area for a good 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, looks like he's going to save me.
It was obvious now that this guy did not have good intentions.
Yeah, he's saving me.
The fitness worker at the desk asked me if
so
everything
he's
was
over
okay
there.
when they noticed I seemed uneasy. I said that someone may be following me. They asked if I needed to walk back to my dorm, and I said that the guy might be gone. However, I was dead wrong. After a good 10 to 15 minutes, it was time. With a deep breath and butterflies in my stomach, I braced myself and left the gym slowly. Stepping outside, it was still and humid. What came next, though, terrified me. As I crept up the gym entrance steps in the dark night, there was a bush rustling. I peeked around the corner slowly.
Okay, this is much slower, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. I can do the skill checks.
Without a second thought, I ran back into the gym with my heart in my
Hopefully.
throat and told the worker that someone was right outside the gym.
It feels
stalking me.
slower though,
And security
like
was then called.
the
However,
slower
by the time
skill check
security
thing.
got there, the man
I
was
don't know.
nowhere to be found.
It might just be my personal
Fortunately,
opinion.
they
It
walked
just
me back to
feels
my dorm,
really slow.
but not before I had to file a report about what had happened. Thinking about the situation still unnerves me to this day. I thought the guy wanted to be friendly early on, but clearly, he was up to no good. When I was a sophomore in college in 2010, I attended a college party. A bunch of my friends and I were dancing in one of those awkward friend circles, and we noticed this weird guy kind of hanging around the outskirts of the circle. He was Hispanic, about 5'5", and I guess in his 30s.
Sadly, we
Because
don't
he
have
was so
kindred,
old, I didn't think he was a student.
so
He
we
also
don't
looked
know
kinda
if he
dazed,
is
maybe on something.
like sitting on
As
him.
we danced and he kind of loitered around us, he touched my butt and a few of the other girls. We were annoyed, but we kind of just shifted away from him and continued dancing. He seemed to leave us alone.
Really?
About 20 minutes later, I left the party with my friend. As we were walking down the sidewalk, we noticed about 20 to 30 feet
Oh
behind
my
us, a man was
gosh.
following us. He was walking really slowly, and since he was so much shorter than both of us, I figured there wouldn't be a problem. I was totally wrong. A few minutes later, I heard the slap, slap, slap of rushing footsteps on the sidewalk right behind me. Before I could turn around, he somehow jumped in front of me and landed a hard punch right in the nose. He was about to beat me up more, but my friend wrestled him off of me, and after a brief scuffle, he started walking away from us. By the way, I had never seen this guy before, and to my knowledge, he had never seen me. To this day, I constantly look over my shoulder and listen for footsteps when walking at night.
Okay, well,
So I'm
we'll
25, but
recover.
I just remember this encounter when I was in college.
I don't know.
I went to
Oh,
middle
there he
school
is.
at a private
Okay,
school
well,
where
yeah,
everyone in
we'll
high school was
recover,
comprised of only 30
and
students.
hopefully he'll save me
One of the
before I'm
assistant
dead.
coaches for my middle school team was a soft-spoken man that volunteered for many of our school functions. I assume this is due to the fact that he had adopted two sons that attended my school. One was a grade older and one was a couple grades below me. I didn't really remember him at all until I graduated high school, and out of the blue, I got a phone call from a number I didn't recognize. I still don't know how he got my number. It turns out to be this man wishing me a happy graduation. I at first thought he was just being friendly, but then he called back insisting on taking me for a steak dinner. I tried to politely decline, but he began texting me and calling me nonstop. This made me really uncomfortable, clearly, and so I sternly requested him to leave me be. A couple of years later, now I'm a sophomore in college, I received this email. Dear me. I shall try one last time, though, not to be a bother, but to seek a friendship that I can feel we can work and benefit both of us. It seems that most people can pass through our lives and leave a vacant mark, soon to be forgotten, or, if thought of, just as a passing blip that does not linger. However, then, there are those who leave their mark as if to say, I am somebody of value. I want to make a difference. I am not sure where or how I so tragically messed up in trying to recapture a friendship that I felt important. Not wanting anything more or anything less, but a friendship of value and meaning that would be of importance to two lives. Long ago, as a soccer coach, there was a young man of intrigue on my team. His intelligence shone through his skills on the soccer field, and there was something
Okay,
there,
guys,
something
well,
that sparked
he
the thought of
kind of
value.
picked me
It was
up
difficult
and
to
then
find,
hooked me
harder still to
twice.
understand. Nonetheless, a young man
Because
left a mark that
this
would stay in the
Claudette
corners of my
was
mind.
just trying to, like,
Typically,
save me
society does
constantly,
not
and she
kindly
just,
take
like,
to a grown married
walked
man
away
taking
a
up
whole
friendship
2
with a young
feet.
man with a family of his own.
Well, personally, I
Listen
think
to the
that's why
voice,
you need kindred,
respectful,
but
even more, but
it's
still
your
looked
choice,
at
I
with
suppose.
this inevitable sting. Maybe one day
Why
the
do we
paths of
keep
this
getting
coach and
blood
team member will
rush?
cross again. Most of the friendships that I value in my life have come along in the most
Rank
unusual
minus
way.
1
For
progression,
instance,
yet I have
a
bronze
19-year-old female
everything.
classmate
That's
at
annoying.
mortuary school that just seemed
Okay,
to
guys,
fit under
well,
my wing.
we'll
I was
start
the
up
one
another
who was not
game, and
interested in
hopefully
hitting on her,
it'll
just
do
establishing a
better
friendship
than
that
that.
lasts. Used to watch me when I was
Okay,
younger.
guys,
Apparently, he was from a local gang and used to be in and out of prison. That
let's
alone was
try
enough for me to get my
this
heart pumping.
again. Hopefully, we won't die as quick.
My family of 6 decided to make the move from suburbia to a lovely rural bungalow. I have 3 sisters, ages 9, 12, and 18 at the time. We were all excited for the privacy and isolation of our new home. For once in our lives, we would have no neighbors and a large yard to play in. Our home had
Okay,
large
well,
picture
sadly,
windows giving us
it's
a
a
beautiful
Myers.
view of the farmland around us. My parents dislike curtains because they collect dust, and since there was no neighbors, we all figured, what's the point? The summer there was so much fun. Every morning I would get up and take my dog for a walk around the woods in our backyard. I absolutely adored the feeling of being alone, and was enjoying the freedom of all our new space. Fall eventually rolled around, and I continued my routine of walking my dog, both in the morning and after school. I remember one morning while walking my dog, I began feeling uncomfortable. I was alone in the woods. There was no one else around, but I still felt as though I was being watched. I had shivers down my back the entire walk, and for an 11-year-old, I just felt really strange. My dog was acting weird too. I kept trying to go further into the woods, but she kept trying to pull me back towards our shed. The shed rested at the very back of our yard, on the edge of the woods, where the trees thin out quite a bit. I didn't like how I was feeling, so I picked up my dog and brought her back to the house and went on with my day. Days went by, and I just couldn't seem to shake this feeling of being watched, especially when I was in my bedroom, which had a huge window in it that overlooked our backyard. The view of the woods that I had previously loved was beginning to scare me. I assumed it was just because it was fall, and the forest started looking kind of gloomy. I started having nightmares about waking up in the middle of the night and seeing the figure of a man in our backyard. Weird things kept happening around our house. We suddenly noticed that we were eating things like bread a lot quicker. Every morning, half a loaf of bread would be gone, and my parents attributed this to their hungry growing children. One evening, I woke up and heard noises coming from our kitchen, which was down the hall from my bedroom.
Great, everyone is dying off. That's nice.
It was my oldest sister. The only thing that was strange was that her footsteps sounded a lot heavier than they usually do. The noises stopped very quickly and I was able to fall back asleep. In the morning, my mom asked me and my two sisters, ages 9 and 12, if we woke up last night to make food. We all said no, and then I asked if it was my oldest sister. My mom told me that she stayed at her friend's house last night, and then thought it was probably the dog making the noises. I became terrified, because I knew I heard unfamiliar footsteps. That night, while everyone else was sleeping, it felt like someone was watching me. Eventually, I fell asleep, but woke up around 2:30 a.m. I heard noises in the house again. It was the same footsteps I heard before. I stayed in my bed and felt paralyzed. I rolled over and faced the window, hoping that if someone came in my room, they would think I was asleep. The noises stopped, and I closed
Literally,
my eyes
I have
as
to,
hard as I could.
solo
I
a
told myself that I was
gen.
just imagining things, and that monsters aren't real. About an hour must have gone by, and I eventually opened my eyes. When I looked out the window, I swear to God, I could see a man standing in our backyard, watching our house. I was terrified enough that I didn't move at all, and eventually fell asleep again.
Dude, oh my gosh. I didn't mean to go down the
I
hill.
was still terrified of
It's
our
dumb.
backyard.
I didn't even mean to go
When I
down the
ran
hill.
into the kitchen to tell my mom what I saw, and refused to walk the dog.
I didn't even mean to go down the
I'm not sure
hill.
she really believed me at the time.
I didn't
or thought
even
I was
mean to go
having a
down the hill.
nightmare, which I did quite often when I was younger. I went to school
I
that
just
morning.
meant to, like,
Throughout
sit
the day,
on
I
the
was
side
very
of it
anxious.
to be hidden.
The last thing I wanted to do was go home. When I did get home, I saw police vehicles surrounding the house. They had the dogs with them and were searching our yard. They told us a man who had broken into another home and had beaten the couple living there was suspected of being on our property. He stole their wallets, photos, and other small items of value. The biggest thing he took was their car, which had been ditched 10 kilometers from our home. While searching our property, they found all the items from the previous break-in hidden around our yard. They also discovered that he had been hiding in our shed since his previous break-in. They said he had done this at the previous home prior to breaking in. He would spend time watching the house and observing the residents' routine until he knew enough to start coming inside the house. They said he had a long history of premeditated violence, including child abuse, and believed he was planning on eventually harming us. In the shed, they found wrappers, empty cans of food, and scraps.
Okay. It looks like the guy's going to try to save us. Oh, but it doesn't matter.
He had a perfect view of our home and could see when we all went to bed. Although they searched our house and property with the dogs, they didn't find him. After that day, I realized if you feel like you're being watched, you probably are.
Okay, guys, well, that's going to be the end of today's video. I'm going to keep streaming, and then I'm going to stream some Rainbow later. If you guys want to see the stream, go to Twitch at dbg_darker. Stay healthy, stay you, wash your hands, darker, going dark.